London Marathon is a huge day in the running racing calendar, and if you've seen it on TV, been there to watch it in person, or maybe you've run it yourself, you'll definitely understand the buzz that comes with this event.
There are so many amazing things about London, and there is so much to take in on the day. So we thought we'd take you on a whistle-stop tour of this epic event to give you everything you need to know and watch out for on the day.
Yeah, starting right here on Blackheath at the start line. So if you are running this year or supporting friends or loved ones, then look no further. We have got you covered. And even if you're not running, but maybe you've run it previously, your insider knowledge could make all the difference to somebody else watching. So drop us a comment to impart your wisdom, and make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already to stay up to date with all of the latest videos on the running channel. Now, let's start here on the start line. Here we are, meters away from the start of the London Marathon. It's not even race day, but I've got butterflies thinking about it. Have you, Rick?
I actually have. You can just imagine what people are thinking at this moment, whether you've run 10 marathons before or none at all. You will feel that buzz of excitement on the start line. So expect to feel all the emotions, soak up the atmosphere, but don't get so caught up in it that you throw your timing plans out the window and sprint off too fast.
It can be so tempting to sprint over that start line, and you might not even realise that you're doing it until your watch tells you you've done the first mile or kilometre. You look down at the time and you are in shock. Give this video a thumbs up right now if you've gone off too fast in a race before, or if you've been tempted to. I know I definitely have.
Me too.
Whilst you're on the start line, have a look around as well. There'll be so many people around you, and a lot of people in fancy dress. Our very own Kate Carter run the London Marathon dressed as a panda, and there'll be a lot of other animals on that start line too, as well as London landmarks, diving suits, and even toilets.
Yep, you might find yourself in a head-to-head with a toilet, and actually that's quite normal.
Top tip for when you start is to be careful. There'll be a lot of people around you, and therefore a lot of opportunities to trip up or even fall over, and there'd be nothing worse than having to pull out because of a fall on the start line. So be careful and respectful of the other runners around you.
So you're off the start line, you've been sensible with timings, and then all of a sudden there are more runners around you. What's going on?
Don't panic, you've hit the merge point of the marathon, which is between miles 1 and 3.
There are 3 start lines, red, blue and green, so make sure you know which one you're at before race day. The green and the blue runners merge before mile 1, and then the red and blue merge just before mile 3 on John Wilson Street.
So this is going to be a hectic point of the race, but try and stay calm. Keep your pace, but don't get frustrated if you do have to slow down or even walk a little bit because of some congestion. Top tip, to make up for lost time slowly rather than sprinting to get back on track. Still got 23 miles to go, so there's plenty of time to hit that time that you're aiming for.
Now, if you haven't taken a look at the elevation map for the London course, then make sure you do before race day. Don't worry, there aren't any really big uphill segments, but in the first 4 miles, there is a big downhill section to be wary of.
Don't try to bank time on the downhill. Take it easy and at your own pace, because it's still early on in the race.
Then once you're past the hill, you go along Woolwich Road towards the Cutty Sark, a really special section of the course.
Between mile 6 and 7 is the Cutty Sark itself, one of the busiest places for spectators, and there's a real party atmosphere. Take it all in, because the following mile is a big long road with slightly less of an atmosphere. So use the crowds to spur you on whilst you can, and prepare yourself, because one of the biggest and most special moments of London is just a few miles away.
If you ask anyone who's run London what the highlights were, then Tower Bridge is almost certain to come up. The excitement builds from mile 11, and then just after you hit mile 12, you cross the famous Tower Bridge, a very, very special moment.
Yeah, prepare to be emotional, and definitely take your headphones out for this moment so you can soak up the crowds. It's an experience like no other, and one you'll never forget. So enjoy it and take this momentum with you into the second half of the race.
You might feel a dip after this as you approach the halfway mark. Do a head, shoulders, knees and toes check. Think about your form, your breathing, and give yourself a bit of a pat on the back. You've just done a half marathon. Don't forget about hydration and nutrition too. You'll be running for a long time by this point, so remember to fuel correctly and keep yourself going.
So then as you head out towards Canary Wharf, you might spot other runners heading down the other side of the road. It's so inspiring to see the elites whizzing past, and don't feel demoralised looking at the other runners up ahead. Everyone is running their own race, and you'll all have run a marathon at the end of it.
Between mile 15 and 16, there's a drink station, so grab water if you want, and also watch out for flying bottles, so try to be a bit respectful of other runners if you're trying to throw your bottle away.
Then as you head into mile 18 to 20 around Canary Wharf and the Isle of Dogs, it gets a bit quieter and it can be tempting to stop and walk in one of the tunnels when your motivation drops.
Guilty.
If you can help it, try not to stop. Practice some mantras before race day. They'll get you through these difficult moments.
Also around Canary Wharf, don't rely on the timings on your watch, as GPS in this area is affected by the tricky high-rise buildings. Then once you're through this section, it's not far to go.
As you pass mile 20 and head along the river towards St James's Park, the finish line is in sight and it feels like it's almost over. But then time will stand still. You might start hurting, and it could become a bit of a challenge to try and cross the line.
Keep positive though, there are plenty of water stations along the way here to keep you going. 5 in fact between mile 20 and the finish.
Or do what I did and just grab a beer from someone in the crowd. Embankment Tunnel is another infamous point as you head towards the finish. You might find people stopping to wee here, so be prepared for an interesting smell as you go through.
Yeah, it is all the water. What goes in and must come out and all that. Anyway, once Embankment is behind you, you'll head towards Westminster for the final mile of the route. It may only be a mile, but at this point, it's going to feel like about 7.
Oh yes, that last home straight is awful and amazing all in one go. Once you hit St James's Park though, there'll be an almighty sound of the crowds cheering you on, so use them and give it all you've got for that last little push.
You have done it. You are over the line and a wave of emotion is about to hit you. There's going to be tears, smiles, grimaces and everything in between as the running is over. But unfortunately the walking begins.
Yeah, you have got a bit of a walk after you cross the line. Keep those legs moving though, take it at your own pace. You're not in a race anymore. You'll be offered water and snacks, your medal will be in your kit bag, and just generally celebrate the amazing achievement. Have a chat to the people around you. You can make some really great friends at the finish line of a race.
It is such a special day to share with other runners, as well as family and friends who are there to support you. Top supporter tip, if you are looking for a quiet place to cheer on your loved one, Woolwich, great spot. The crowds tend to be a little bit thinner.
Absolutely, but alternatively, if you want the ultimate party atmosphere to support, the Cutty Sark, that's a spot like no other.
Then once you've met up with your supporters, there are lots of things to do. So your finisher medal is a very valuable tool that can get you lots of freebies. Free travel, food, drink have all been on offer on London Marathon Day previously. So have a check close to your race day to see what you can get for free afterwards.
Hopefully this has given you a good idea of what to expect at the London Marathon, as well as providing you with some race day tips. Are you running London this year? Or maybe you've run it before. What is your ultimate tip? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on the Running Channel. Good luck!
Good luck!